Hi, everybody. Today we have with us a very talented and young and dynamic female founder who's also an investor. She actually supports early stage female founders working in the space of STEM. She has been leading in the tech space and has been recognized as startup mentor and as a public speaker at SXSW, U.S. Department of Commerce. She's very passionate about fostering impactful relationships and continues to drive on a mission of supporting startup entrepreneurs. A very warm welcome, Marion. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Now, we equally we are very excited and honored to learn more from you. Now, you've studied business and law. You've worked in the tech sector and are now leading a VC fund to build community of female founders in tech. How has your journey been? And
Yeah,
at the La Creme de la STEM, which is a community for early stage founders. What is the traction like? How is it going now?
yeah, it's going great. Thanks for asking. I started to build it in June 2024, and I started to build in public since day one, which had brought me a lot of visibility, a lot of immediate feedback, and a lot of attention. Thanks to that, I was able to be featured in the press a lot, be on podcasts, even be in books. So I've been generated a lot of organic inbound. So all the female founders who are now in my community found me through either LinkedIn, newsletter, all the media features I just mentioned. I started the community officially 3 months ago. So I've been working on it since June, but open it and I've been in business for 3 months. And I support the early stage female founders in my community through investing sessions where we demystify the investing process with VCs. We have VIP guest speakers who come talk about go-to-market strategy, co-founder dynamics, and more. And I also collaborate with corporate partners to provide perks and discounts.
Excellent. That's very inspiring. Now, you've also mentored entrepreneurs at Techstars. You have led NYC chapter for women in tech, which is also a general community for women in tech. Now, VC funds go only 2% to them. Where do you see that there is a gap and how could that be bridged?
Yes. So yeah, as you mentioned, I used to work at Techstars actually. So I am a mentor there, but I was director of sales and partnership, which got me into that world of early stage founders. And Women in Tech is a global nonprofit, and I started the New York City chapter when I moved from Paris to New York 2.5 years ago, and I scaled it from 0 to 6,000 members in just a year and a half through in-person events. So I think one of the main challenge that I've seen and what I've been trying to tackle is to have more representation. I think that you cannot be what you cannot see, and so being able to feature business leaders who happen to be women is definitely something that for me has an influence on the way women start company or start investing themselves. I think another one is to have men and women involved in gender equality. I think it's really important to have allies and find people who are champions of the cause, and that's something I've been finding a lot through the network of investors, guest speakers, and even corporate partners. The community is dedicated for early stage female founders, but the entire support system is made of men and women because I really believe that we can only solve that together. So that's really my take on that, and that's what I'm also implementing for La Creme de la STEM.
It's very interesting. Now, at La Creme de la STEM, what is the stage at which it is at right now? How much traction have you attained?
Yeah, so I got like a lot of traction in terms of visibility and personal branding. I played a lot on personal branding. I'm bootstrapped, so I have a very, very tight budget. So I went all in the whole LinkedIn game, I would say. I started to post since day one on a very consistent basis, between 3 and 5 times a week, sharing my journey. So that has been really interesting for a lot of people who follow me to see the evolution. So I got I had like 1,500 followers at the beginning, and now I'm almost at 10,000 followers. So it's great in less than 9 months by posting consistently. I also got featured in multiple media, whether it's a podcast, but also written interviews, where I was able to position myself as a thought leader in the space, sharing my thought on entrepreneurship, on demystifying the investing process, and how to use personal branding to grow. I also share my knowledge of around business development, because my background is in business development. I work for different companies. I work for an AI startup. I work for a really large IT company called Cisco. I work for MongoDB that was post IPO. So, and for Techstars, as I mentioned earlier. So, I have a really strong knowledge of building partnership and long-lasting relationship, and doing a lot of cold outreach. So I've been doing like a lot of cold outreach to build the network, find those investors, find those guest speakers, find those partners. So to date, I have 140 VCs who are part of the network. So I send them deal flow with the women in the community who are fundraising. And it's a pool of VC I can tap into for having one of them coming and explaining what the investing process is and demystifying that. I also managed to have around 20 large corporations who are partnering with La Creme de la Stem. So they offer specific perks, specific discounts, specific rates for female founders based on the need that entrepreneurs have, whether it's finding a lawyer, or finding an accountant, or finding a tool to be more efficient on LinkedIn, or be more efficient in pretty much anything, because we're all looking for productivity tools. And yeah, I also became a public speaker. I was doing a little bit of public speaking before that, but that really fast-tracked my public speaking career. So I was at South by Southwest in March, which is a really big conference in Austin for tech companies, but also music and movies. So I was obviously on the tech part. I'm hosting a keynote for a conference in May for the U.S. Department of Commerce. I was a judge for a global pitch competition for Startup Grind, which is a really big nonprofit supporting early stage founders. I'm speaking at Vivatech, that is the largest European tech conference. So it has been like a very, very exciting journey so far. And I'm really glad that I got so much traction. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of putting myself out there, being consistent, being authentic. And I think this is what makes my success today.
That's really intriguing. Now, you have been supporting so many founders and in different ways with the help of enabling business development to content creation to building up the entire backend support system for them. Where is a gap that you've seen that the startups usually have, and what is it that they should be focusing more on these days?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think one of the gap I can really observe in all the early stage startups in general, not just my community, but like in general, is not talking to users. That's something I really insist on because of my background of 12 years in business development. I know how important it is to talk to your customer, talk to your partners, talk to your customers, to your future users, or existing users. So that's really something I repeat a lot to other entrepreneurs I interview who want to join the program, or entrepreneurs in my community, or entrepreneurs I meet with during networking events. It's really to have this conversation, have those 30 minutes or even longer of discussion with customers to understand where the gap is. Because I think we see too many entrepreneurs trying to solve a problem that is not um, something where there is necessarily a big need in. And it can be like a fun side project if they want to pursue that, but if they want to make a business out of it, raise funds, become profitable, it's very, very difficult. So it's really, really crucial that entrepreneurs talk to their customers, whether they are future customers or existing customers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, with so much that you're doing in such a short span of time and gaining the kind of traction that you are, what is your vision for the coming 3 roles, and what is the role of AI in the entire hemisphere?
Yeah, so yeah, that's a big question, and I feel like if you ask me that tomorrow, my answer is gonna be different. We are in a weird time right now where AI is just literally taking over everything, and I'm trying to find ways to integrate AI in a really smart way. I think AI is just like, sometimes another word to say automations, and there is like a lot of algorithm out there that are not proper AI, they are just automations. I think AI can really help in terms of productivity, but what can be dangerous with the rise of AI and all the type of applications existing and all the case studies around AI as well is that you can easily lose your creativity, and you can easily forget about why we're using AI in the first place. I don't think we should use AI to replace us. I don't think that's not the future I want. But we obviously want to be more efficient in our day-to-day. We obviously want to have AI doing the annoying little things that we are doing that don't add value. So I think this is where the challenge is today, is to find the right application, the right automation or AI to set up, and be very clear about what it can and cannot do. I do that myself. Like sometimes I feel like AI can read my mind. It does not. We're not there yet. And I'm fighting with myself sometimes to, make sure I can keep my creativity, I can stay away from a screen sometimes to just think about a strategy without being influenced by all the tools that are out there. So I think that one focus is really essential right now is to focus on creativity and try to cultivate that.
That's amazing. We have some of our participants who have joined as well. Does anyone has questions for Marian today? Okay. Marian, now this session is getting recorded and it will be viewed by many people post the session, and it will be live on the YouTube. Now, what is your message to the viewers who are watching now, who would watch later in the recorded session, especially the entrepreneurial community and the female entrepreneurs whom you're targeting?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're early stage female founders building in tech and science, please go on lacreme.com. You will find all the information about La Creme de la STEM. What I'm doing right now is supporting female founders through demystifying the investing process, bringing VIP guest speakers who can demystify the entrepreneurship journey, whether it's talking about go-to-market strategy, co-founder dynamics, marketing, and so on and so on. And I also have a perks and discount from corporate partners. there is a selection process. I make sure that all the members of the community really understand the power of the network. It's really important for me to create a group of like-minded individuals. So if you recognize yourself in that, please feel free to apply. And I'm still available for public speaking. This is something I really enjoy doing. I collaborate, as I mentioned, with the US Department of Commerce. I'm also starting to work with some Ivy League universities, which I'm really excited about. So if you have any public speaking opportunity, please reach out to me. That's something I absolutely love doing. I get so much energy demystifying the entrepreneurship journey for any type of crowd. I can also talk about personal branding, which is something I also talked about a little bit today.
All right. Thank you so very much. And if someone wants to get in touch with you, is LinkedIn the best way?
Yeah, LinkedIn is the best way. I also write a newsletter on Substack. So it's La Creme de la Stem .substack.com. You can read all the past newsletter. I share a lot of information around entrepreneurship, but also community building and inspiring women's stories. So that's a good start to get to know my work.
Great, great. It was a pleasure having you with us, such an honor, and we wish you all the best in all your future endeavors.
Thank you so